Buckle up, everyone, because we're diving into Glades County, Florida, where the First Amendment meets real-world school security. Our protagonist, camera in hand, strolls into the school board building aiming to test public transparency. But doors lock, calls are made, and before long, the sheriff's on the scene. Will his rights be respected, or will policies override idealism? Today, we're breaking down exactly what happens when your right to record collides headfirst with real-world security protocols. And the irony here is just too juicy to ignore.
How come it's closed here?
What's the proper procedure for filing a
Can you open the door a little? Can you open the door?
Not right now.
Why is it closed to the public?
I don't know who you are, sir, and this is a public place, so
That's what I'm saying. It's public. I want to come inside and.
make sure it's secure. So give me just a moment.
That's fine. That's okay. All right, that's fine. That's just I don't know why they're closing it for me. They locked the door on us already.
Could you please turn your cameras off?
Why is that?
I'll come out. Let me come out.
No, I can video record it.
Okay.
And I have a right to do that. It's my right.
do,
I come with no ill will intent, bro. That
I understand.
That's
but
all.
I'd like for you to send us that request, and then
Send us that.
Yeah.
Well,
you
no,
know.
I have. There's a Florida Statute 119. I can simply submit it to any public employee, and they send it to the department that emails it to me. And I want to document my visit here.
Okay.
You know, that's all I'm doing. In the public areas. That's it.
Okay, but this is a place of business.
I know,
And so if
I'm
you-
aware.
But and I'm not telling you no. I'm just saying
Yeah.
right now, we take public requests through
Yeah.
our website.
I understand that,
Okay.
but there's also a state Florida statute.
Right.
There's a law that I can submit it in person to any public employee. It's very simple.
Do you
I'm not-
have it?
No, I can just write it in a piece of paper
Would
with my
you mind
email.
doing that? And then you can bring it to me.
I don't have no sheet of paper, nothing. Can you guys give me a piece of paper?
I-
It could be any. It doesn't have to be a big sheet. It can be a small piece.
Sure.
I can just write it down and turn it in, and then I can take my video in the public areas here. That's all I'm doing. And this lady I see, she doesn't want to be recorded. She's
Well,
a
it's
public
just-
employee.
Well, that doesn't.
You
mean
know.
But, okay, let me work on this for you. Hang on just a minute, okay?
I don't know. Is it always closed to the public like this?
It is. It's a safety reason.
Safety reasons. So
We're a school system. and
I understand that.
We restrict access, but I'll be right back, okay?
okay. What is this guy's name? I couldn't even get this guy's name.
So as you start talking, like
They don't even let us look. It's just locked. That is crazy. I already knew off rip when I was getting to get off the car that this wasn't going to be a pretty visit.
Right out the gate, you can see the tension. Doors are locked, and staff are hesitating. But notice the legal nuance here. Florida Statute 119 allows public records requests in person, which our auditor is referencing. He's calm, respectful, and insisting on his rights, but the staff aren't fully aligned. This is classic First Amendment audit friction. It's less about aggression and more about perception. Who's really in the wrong here? The law or the human instinct to control access for safety? That's the debate unfolding before our eyes.
they call the police.
That's fine. Nobody asked us to leave.
I know. I had a sneaking suspicion that they did.
I don't know why they called the cops on us. Already,
This would be a good part of the video.
right? Depends how he acts.
Yep. Get out of here right now. You roll up order leave.
Dude, I am like
I'm
dying.
that way too. As soon as I get in my car, I'm blasting the AC, cold AC.
Gentlemen, how we doing today?
What's up?
How's everything? Oh, nothing like camera.
Yeah, just trying to get in the building, in a public building. Why is it? We just got here.
Yeah, this being the school board, have you talked to anybody inside?
No, but it is a public building. You know, was it always locked like that? I mean, I spoke to somebody, came out, but they didn't. Doesn't look like they want to let us in. That's going to be a violation of my rights. I just come to take video in the public areas and file a public records request, and I was leaving. But now in this, I don't know why they're doing this. And then you showed up. Did they call you? Did they call you?
Yes,
What?
They did.
Jesus, we just got here.
Yeah,
Not
they
even
said-
5 minutes.
They said there was 2 suspicious people with cameras.
Wow.
I'm on my way. What's going on?
Yeah, what's your name and badge number?
Julio Perez.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet
Joey, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's all we're doing, bro. We're just trying to get in. And I'm going to document my visit here. I'm trying to work on a little investigation and have a right to do that.
Now, watch this. Officers arrive, and suddenly the stakes feel higher. From a legal standpoint, public buildings are taxpayer-funded and meant to be accessible, but not at the cost of security. School boards have an obligation to protect students, staff, and sensitive information. The camera doesn't override that. This is where idealism meets reality. Auditors often frame this as a battle of rights, but policy exists for a reason. That subtle tension, the need for transparency versus the need for security, is what makes these encounters explode on camera.
Go and talk to them and let them know that, you know, I have a right to do this, man. I don't care if you guys can follow me around. It's a public building. If that makes you feel any better, you know.
Let me see what.
That's all I'm doing, bro. I'm exercising my First Amendment right, very respectful, and that's it. Yeah, that's fine. How you doing, ma'am? Good.
Good. Yes, sir. We have
Jeez, they called the cops quick, boy. Not even 5 minutes. The cop got here fast, bro. Look, another one's showing up. You can tell they ain't got nothing to do. Why don't you go interview that guy? Keep him busy. Backup for cameras. Here you have it, guys. And the party has begun.
Here's where it gets fascinating. Our auditor is building his argument mid-interview, citing the Sunshine Laws and Statute 119, but he's slightly misinformed. Filming in public areas is protected, yes, but filming inside restricted spaces, especially a school administration office, can lawfully be limited. Think of it like this. You can walk into a public post office, but the mail sorting room, off limits. The law protects access, not unfettered intrusion. It's not malicious, it's a nuanced misunderstanding that fuels these small-town showdowns.
How you doing? Good.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Apparently, the only thing that they ask is that they don't want you to record inside. That's their biggest thing.
That's not to be a violation of my rights, man. I just come. I already told you what I'm doing. Very respectful. I come and down.
Record out here. They just can't go inside.
Yeah, I have a right to. If the public can be inside there and conduct business, I have a right to document it in myself and conduct my business while I'm documenting it. You know, just because we have cameras, they don't want to let us in. That's a violation of my rights, you know? I'm an independent journalist. I'm taking video in a public area, and I wanted to file public records requests. But since we have cameras, they're not going to let us in, and that's a violation of my rights. And you guys are officers. You guys should tell them, you know, what's going on here, how the law works. You know, that's I don't want to take this to the next level, bro. I just come very respectful here, and I was going to leave. But now this is happening. That's to be trampling on my rights, man.
Yeah,
You know,
no recording inside.
they can want it all they want. So they're gonna refuse. They're gonna refuse us going inside because we have cameras, man. That I just want to get that on camera because
If you guys are recording, they don't want you inside.
they cannot want a bunch of things, man. But that doesn't trump our rights to record. That's our rights. It's our right to record in there, man. Here, you know, their feelings can't trump our rights to record in there. They're public employees.
Notice the shift in tone. Our auditor is frustrated, repeating his rights, demanding names, and attempting to file complaints. He's exercising the First Amendment peacefully. Yet the staff are insisting on restrictions. From an audience standpoint, this is riveting because you can see the clash of perspectives. One side anchored in idealized transparency, the other in practical policy enforcement. This is textbook escalation in public audits. Perception of suppression fuels narrative tension, and you can see it building minute by minute.
I mean, now I want to get the people's names in there because now I want to file a request on this department. How do I do that now? You know, I can do it in person. I don't have to go do it in online. I don't have access to the internet a lot.
Yeah,
so this is why
I don't know the process for that.
Well, that guy came outside and he was going to take my request. All I had to do was write it down, but they went inside and they called you guys, you know. This is a public building, you know. They can't deny access to us because we have cameras. You know what I mean? So what do we do here? I mean, they're just going to let my rights get violated and then not be able to come inside here? You know? Just because they feel uncomfortable, that's not how the law works, man. I have a right to go in there and record like everybody else does. Have a right to go conduct business in there. You know? So, I mean, how do I get their names? You know, that's all public information. Now I want to file a complaint and take this to the higher power that's in charge of this department so I can file a complaint on everybody in here because now they violated my rights and you guys are letting it happen, man. You guys are letting it happen. You know, you guys swore an oath to what I'm doing. I'm peacefully exercising my First Amendment right and documenting my visit. That's all I'm doing.
I understand what you're doing.
You know, so because we have cameras, you said it yourself, because they don't want to be, but that's not how it works, bro.
And here comes the pivotal moment, the 911 call. The officers arrive calm and professional, a textbook example of de-escalation. They listen, ask questions, and do not automatically side with the staff, which is huge. From a legal lens, they are balancing public safety, property rights, and the auditor's First Amendment claims. This is why law enforcement presence can either escalate or diffuse a situation. And here, we see a clear example of measured policing.
You know, what if I had a bright yellow shirt on? They don't like it, they're not going to let me in? Nah, that's not the way it works, bro. It's the same thing with a camera. So can you call that guy that was out here? I mean, at least so I can get people's names here? I mean, stuff like that. I mean, they're not going to let me in. Then I'm going to have to hold them accountable for this now. You know?
What we should do is get that 911 call.
Yeah. This guy's calling somebody.
I tried to look on the cat on the first cop that showed up. Nothing was on his cat, so.
Yeah. How do you even get that other officer's name and badge number?
Now the auditor is digging for names, citing transparency, and the staff are pushing back. Here's the core tension. Public employees are legally accountable for safety and privacy, but auditors see restriction as a rights violation. Florida law is protective, but it doesn't mean unlimited access. The drama is heightened by human psychology. Any delay, any barrier is interpreted as suppression. This is exactly why auditors capture these interactions. It's a mix of policy, perception, and real-time conflict.
Big time, dude. I am sweating balls. I need something to drink.
I'm just warm, but I'm for 90, I'm just thirsty.
Like I said, they're willing to compromise with you guys. The only thing they don't want is recordings. They don't want the camera on. The superintendent will be willing to talk to you.
Okay, but I want to record it. So what's wrong with transparency here, dude? It's about transparency here, dude.
I get it.
So they're gonna deny me service and talk to me because I have a camera. I want to get this on camera. So how do I find out their names, bro? That's public information. I want to file a complaint on this whole department now. I've never had I do this all over the country. And me denying access to a building, this has never happened to me. So
Okay,
now I
but
want to file a
we're not-
complaint
yes,
on
sir.
you and everybody here.
You're more than welcome to.
So I need your guys' names. It's public information.
Okay. Well, we will be glad you can go on our website and get that.
No, no,
But
no, no.
I'm going to ask you to leave the property, please.
Leave the property?
Yes, sir. Because we have.
For
we
what
work-
crime? I haven't committed a crime. In public property, I have to commit a crime in public property
No one's
to
asking.
get trespassed, not because I'm video
not-
recording.
No, sir. I'm not asking. I'm not saying you committed a crime.
If you're
you
asking,
want
then I'm
to-
denying the request.
If you want to turn your cameras off.
Why? But
Because we don't want
it's
y'all
about
to
transparency. You
Okay,
guys
so
are
that-
public
I've asked
employees.
him to please turn the cameras off, and if he can't turn the cameras off, then we're going to ask that he be removed off our property.
This is a public area.
Okay. Well, he can stay
Yeah.
out here then. That's fine.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let me get your names and I'll leave.
Okay. Have a good day.
Give me your names.
You can look it up on the website.
Give me your names, man. You see, this is why I record the government. You think that's professional? Because we have video cameras? Who's already trying to get me off the property?
So here's the takeaway. Florida's sunshine laws allow public records access, and the First Amendment protects recording in public areas. But school administration offices are lawfully restricted for safety reasons. The auditor stayed calm, exercised his rights, and documented the encounter, while officers balanced enforcement with de-escalation. This case is a perfect study in the clash between idealism and real-world policy. If you found this as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom and public records breakdowns.
Man, if you can get me their names, it's government, it's public information, sir.
The lady that was at the door?
Yeah.
That's the superintendent.
Superintendent? Do you know her name, bro?
Beth Barfield.
What is it?
Beth Barfield.
Beth Barfield? You guys got that? Beth Barfield was just the one that was here.
Yeah, that's the superintendent.
That's the superintendent to this? Well, I can't force my way in here, so I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna do that, bro. But damn, you guys are out here witnessing my rights being completely stomped on, bro. Because there's nothing you guys can do about it.
We don't control anything on the inside.
Jesus, bro.
Like,
What was your name again and badge number?
I'm Deputy Thompson, ID number 634.
All right. And you gave me yours already?
Julio Perez, yes.
And you gave me her name. So that's it, right? Basically, I don't want to escalate the situation because I'm not here to escalate.
We're all in a public area.
Exactly. And you see that I'm not being,
No, you've been
You're cooperative.
you know what I mean? But that's wrong. That's rude. This is exactly why I record and do my investigations on public employees. Because of that. But damn, man, you guys should be in there telling them, bro. I know you guys don't work in this building, but okay. I can't force you guys either to fucking do things either, but all right, bro. This guys, this is what you have in here, man. They completely hate video cameras in here. I would love to know what would happen if I wasn't recording and he was. For not telling them and honoring your oath, because you're kind of not doing that, bro. To be honest, you know what I mean?